there, this is Amanda of Amanda Creek Creative. I'm trying a new app to do these Facebook Lives so I can do it from this camera and I can also share my screen. So let me know if this is working okay. I am very new to this app. I actually have tried for like 30 minutes to get it to work because I don't know how to use it. So I'm trying it now and I think it's working. It says it's working. So I'm going to try sharing my screen. So let's see how that works. Okay, so let's see. I'm going to share my entire screen. Share. And let's see. Hopefully this is sharing. I'm not sure. I can't really see, and there's no way for me to be able to tell. So I'll just have to watch the replay, and hopefully you guys can see the same thing that I can see. So today I'm talking about patterns and textures and why those things are important for your branding and how that can add to things like your pictures. And so I'm going to share some pictures. Right now I'm sharing some pictures that I've taken for Chris. She's my business partner and I do her pictures for her, and she does some editing and other word things for me that I'm not so good at. So I'm starting with her pictures to show you a different feel than what I have in my pictures. So hopefully you can see my screen. I am not sure. So, but first I have this image where it has the wood grain and the word remember is also in the wooden texture. And so we went through and talked about what she wanted, the feel that she wanted to have when it came to her brand, when it comes to posting on Instagram. And one of the things that came up was this wooden texture. She wanted it to have a warm feeling and she wanted it to come across, with her Canadian, she's Canadian, so she wanted it to have some ties back to that. So we decided to use some wood grain. So as I scroll through the pictures, let me click on it here. As I scroll through the pictures, hopefully you can see the different things that I've done in terms of the wood grain. Now this is a candy, a Canadian maple candy. I tried this one, but I've not had too many of them, but I decided to use this with the wooden texture and the leaf, which is a Canadian leaf that she sent to me in the mail. And again, it has those textures in the photo, and it alludes back to the fact that she wanted that wood grain feel, that warm feeling. Also, I used an action on this picture to give it kind of that yellow tint. And so all of those things come together and it helps to create a brand or a brand message that it comes across in her pictures over and over and over again. This is one where we used the chalkboard background. This one is the texture of a page. This one, of course, you can see the texture of a log. And again, it's showing that outdoorsy feel. I do all of these actually in Florida, and I try to make them look like they were maybe done in Canada. So it's winter right now, so I can't really take any pictures for that. But here again, it's the wood grain. Most of them have that wood grain. So this is a wood grain, but it's a different, it has white. It's actually a picture of my desk. So, but I used the layer of the action over top to give it that yellow feeling. And the reason why she wanted that is because we were talking about the feeling that she wanted to have of that warmth. And I asked her to describe it to me. And when she described it, it reminded me of the sunlight coming in through the window and coming across on like really cozy blankets, like white blankets, and it having like that slight yellow tint. And so, and she, when I said that to her, she was like, yes, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. That's the feel that I wanted to have. And so this is what we've come up for her pictures. This one has the texture of the sprinkles, and she's very much a sprinkles on donuts type of person. So that's why this came. And you can see the pattern of her mug in the background. This is another one. This is the texture or the map underneath it's not really a texture, but it's kind of a texture, I guess. There's the texture of the wood grain in the bowl as well. Excuse me. So that is all of these photos that I wanted to share about Chris and how the texture is coming through in the different photos. And I wanted to share some of mine real quick too. So I have a different business and a different brand. And so I wanted my photos, of course, to have a different feel. And so I'm still working through my aesthetic when it comes to having my brand come through in my pictures on Instagram. I think it's something that evolves over time and it becomes more clear the more that you try to figure out what that aesthetic is. And so one thing about me is that I love tea. And so if you look at pictures and you try to figure out, how can you make them more interesting? One thing is to leave the things in that have texture. So in this picture, I could have taken away the tea bag and not had the texture of the tea there, and it would have created a completely different picture and it wouldn't have been as interesting. The texture is actually what your eyes are drawn to because they go right there to that tea, and it helps you to have more context of what is in the picture. So this picture, I have the marble desktop, and then I also have a little bit of the polka dots for the pattern coming through there and the geometric lines on the pencil. So these are just different ways that you can use texture and pattern to create your brand feeling. Now, if I was using just a plain pencil, if I didn't have any sort of thing on my phone, the case on my phone, it would have a completely different feel. Here's another photo. A big thing that I love about my brand is that I want to have a little bit of magic coming through, and I have that come through these stars. They're little glittery stars that I picked up at Michael's. This is another picture where I have taken, it's actually a picture, but it's wooden, it's made out of wood, and I got it at Hobby Lobby, and I lay it down and I use it as like a wooden floor or like an old table, that type of thing. And then you can again see the pattern of the polka dots on my little planner there. And most of these I use the wooden or I use the marble. Here's the marble again. And then also you can see the texture of my little case for my color pencils. So I just wanted to show you a difference between my branded photos and Chris's branded photos, and to show you that your personality can come through depending on what you use for the texture or the pattern or whatever it is. And you can do this also on your website. And I'll be talking about it more this week. This is just a quick video to show you something. And I hope to be able to jump back in on another day and show you more. So I am doing a brand personality challenge, and you can go to brandvisionboard.com and you can sign up there to find out how to get your personality to come out more in your branding. So I hope this has been a helpful little video for you, and hopefully you could see everything that I could see. If not, I'm sorry, and I'll try to do better next time. So I'll chat with you